Hi, how are you doing? This is IBM-i By Doing. Welcome to IBM-i By Doing, a series of video sessions in which we do hands-on projects programming the IBM-i Midrange computer. I'm Madhu Vasudevan with over 20 years of IBM-i work experience at your service. The target audience is newbie programmers who want to learn RPG-4 or RPG ILE on IBM-i. We will mount our RPG bikes right on top of the Subfile hill and slide down the valley of data file processing in RPG-4 ILE. Just follow along. Working along with me, you will be able to do this. Early in this series, we will tackle the fabled RPG subfile, and we will create every possible variation of the subfile. We will create physical files, logical files, display files, printer files, and of course the RPG ILE programs to handle all these files. We will create some information display screens, some data entry screens, and generate some reports. Welcome to this session on RPG-4 ILE programming. In this virtual life on the cloud, you are a crossing guard with the Hogsmeade Railroad Station. Besides escorting newbie schoolers to the Hogwarts School of Magic, you have to build the computer interface for Muggle parents who want the train departure information at Hogwarts.com. In this magical concoction, we will brew a potion to create a logical file to access trains information city-wise, create a display file with a subfile for inquiring on the train's information by showing a request screen, create an inquiry load all subfile program to pull up the train's information by inputting the city name, run the inquiry subfile program for a specific city or for all cities, and query the train's physical file to verify inquiry program output. Our subfile inquiry program will allow Muggles to look up multiple train records in one screen. The search screen will accept a center name as input. After entering a center name, the Muggle will press the enter key. Our program will pull up all the records of trains going to that center. If the Muggle hits the enter key without inputting a center name, our program will pull up all the records of all the trains going to all the centers sorted alphabetically. This process can be continued as long as user wants. Finally, F3 may be pressed to quit the inquiry program and end the inquiry session. The city-wise trains information may be viewed by directly querying the physical file. We will run the query command on the physical file train set with the record select parameter set to view the records for specific centers. We will thus verify that our inquiry subfile is indeed working correctly. To keep me motivated to produce more of such high-quality free content, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button below, leave a comment or two, and share this video with your colleagues, friends, and other IBM-i enthusiasts. Hit the bell icon below to actively follow along with the rest of our series. Having created the logical file to access train information city-wise, let's create a display file with a subfile for inquiring on the train's information. The display file creation process is similar to the logical file creation process. First, we need to create a source code schema of the display file. We will add another member in the source physical file QDDS src. If you just signed on to the IBM-i, remember to run the two commands: change current lib to your project library, hit enter, change job, decimal format, *blank, enter. In the command line, key in the command work member PDM and hit enter. You should be in the source physical file QDDS src in your project library. The member holding the schema of the logical file trans.l should also be listed. Press F6 to create another member in QDDS SRC. Key in the source member name, train Q1. For train inquiry 1, tab over, key in the source type DSPF. For display file, field exit, key in the description DSPF to load entire DB file to subfile at once, and hit enter. Source physical file member train Q1 is open and ready for the schema of the display file train Q1. Instead of using SEU to create the layout of a display file, it may be better to use the Screen Design Aid SDA, where you can graphically design the layout screen interactively. But using SEU is a quick and dirty way to create a simple display file, especially when you are learning the file, record, and field level keywords. Note the column specification ruler in the topmost row. Use right arrow key to move the cursor under A, then move it one column to the right, then use the down arrow key to move cursor to the very last input line. Key in a star and hit enter. You have made a comment line. In the comment line, key in the comment end of specifications. Note that the letters are all capitals. Press Shift F1 to change session defaults. Against uppercase input only, press N and hit enter. Press Home key to get cursor to command line on top. Move cursor to first input line under column A. Press a few star symbols and key in the comment display file train Q1 for loading entire subfile at once. In the next line, under functions, key in the file level keyword INDARA for indicator area. This will set aside a separate indicators area buffer for this display file. In the next line, under column functions, enable the F3 key. CA03 within brackets 03 text F3 equals exit. In the next line, under column functions, enable the F12 key. CA12 within bracket number 12 text F12 equals exit. In the next line, under column functions, key in the field reference file name train set. REF within bracket train set. In the next line, under column after specification A, key in a star and the comment record format of initial inquiry screen. Tab over to the next line, space F for format, space, hit enter. You just created a column specifications ruler. Under column spec T, in the next input line, key in the entry type R for record format. Under name, CNTR INQ for center inquiry. Next line, under functions, key in the record level keyword blink. This is to make the cursor blink. Next line, under line number, key in a 1. Under position 28, under functions, within quote, center inquiry. Next line, under line column, the number 3, position 2, within quotes, type metro, then enter. Next line, under line number 5, column number 5, within quote, center name and 3 dots. Next line, under name, CENTERNO for center number, short for center name. Under T for field type, A for alphanumeric, length 6. Under B, key in a B for input output both, line number 5, column 24. Next line, under the first conditioning indicator column, key in an N90, same line. Under functions, display attribute within bracket, underline, tab over, up arrow, repeat the line RP and hit enter. Change the display attribute under functions in the new line to HI for highlight. Next line, under functions, key in the function error message within bracket, within quote the message, center not found, conditioned by indicator 90, same line. Under the first indicator column, key in the number 90. Next line, under row line number, key in number 23, column number 2, within quotes, F3 equals exit, double space, F12 equals cancel, close quote. Hit enter to check for errors. You have keyed in the record format of initial inquiry screen. Tab over to line number, up arrow a few lines, press page down. From the last keyed in line, key in an I for insert, the number 10, space, and hit enter. Down arrow to the last newly added line, hit a space bar and enter. Move up to the first free line on top. Under the second A comment column, key in a star and the comment Subfile control record format. Tab over in line number column, key in an F and hit enter to get a new column specification ruler. Next line, under column spec T, key in the entry type R. Under name, CTL, TRAN. Under functions, SFL CTL for subfile control, within bracket, SFL tran. That is the record format of the subfile which we have not yet coded. Next line, keyword SFL page. We'll set it to 15 lines. Next line, under column functions, keyword subfile size. We will set it to 80. This is only an estimate and the subfile can grow up to 9,999 records as long as you have specified a subfile size greater than subfile page. Next line, under first conditioning indicator, key in indicator 50. Under functions, the keyword SFL clear. Tab over to the number line column, up arrow to the previous line, RP3 for repeat 3 times and hit enter. Next line, change indicator number to 51. Under functions, enter the keyword SFL DSP CTL for subfile display control. Tab over to next line, change indicator number to 51, controlling keyword SFL DSP for subfile display. Both these keywords usually are controlled by the same conditioning indicator. Tab over to next line, change indicator number to 52 and the keyword is SFL end. When this indicator is set on, system will not show the plus sign under the subfile, indicating that there are no more records to load, no more records to page. Next line, last record level keyword overlay. This is to ensure that the previous display is not blanked out when this record format is written to the screen. Up arrow to the column specification line and page. Next line, under name column, RRN, this will hold the active subfile record number. We will give it a length of 4 since the subfile can only hold a maximum of 9,999 records of type zoned, S, decimal places 0 and H for hidden field. Next line, under name, CENTERNO, short for center name, length 6, type alphanumeric, usage output. Under line number column, key in 1. Under position, key in 28. Next line, line number 1, column number 35. Display the constant within quotes, center information. Next line, under row line number, key in a 3. Column position also 3 within quotes, center. Tab over to line number column, up arrow, RP7, space, enter. We have 8 columns to display and these are the column headers. Second column header, starting position 11, train. Next column header, starting column 18, engineer. Next column 35, platform. Next column beginning at 41, W days for weekdays. Next column 49, column heading, time for start time. Next column starting 56, ticket. And last column, starting position 64, column header, commissioned date. Tab over to line number column, up arrow, type CC on the first column line, down arrow, CC on the last column line, down arrow, key in B for before and hit enter. The underlines should be in row number 4, so change all row line numbers to 4. And replace the text with hyphen. For each of the 8 column headers, you have completed the control record format specifications. Hit enter, page up, tab over to next line. We need to key in the footer record format next. From line number column, key in I10, space and enter. Under the second A column, new line, key in a star for comment, key in the comment, footer record format. Next line, under column spec T, key in the entry type R. Under column name, key in record format name footer. Next blank line, under line number, key in 21. Under position 2, key in the constant within quotes. Press enter to continue. Next line, line number, key in 23. Column number 2 within quotes. F3 equals exit, 2 spaces. F12 equals cancel, close quote, and hit enter. You have completed specifying the footer record format. Page up. Last but not least, we need to specify the subfile record format. Move cursor up to the comment row subfile control record format. Come to line number column. Up arrow one time. Page up. From the line number column, I10 space, enter. In the first new line, under the column after spec A, under the second A in the new line, key in a star and the comment subfile record format. Next line, under column spec T, key in the entry type R. For name, key in record format name, the same name that we had specified for keyword SFL control. The record format name must be SFL tran. Only one keyword. Under functions, SFL for subfile. Next line, we need to specify the column field names. We will use the same field name for the subfile columns as the field names in our data file. First column name, center. Under R, before the length for the field, we key in an R for referenced field, so we will not specify length or type attributes. Under B, key in an O for output. Under line, subfile beginning in row, line number 5 after column headers, first column beginning in position 3, and hit enter. Tab over, up one arrow. On the line with field name center, key in an RP for repeat, number 7 because we have 8 columns, space, enter. Change the subfile column names to the corresponding data file field names. Second column, train number, engineer is next, PLTF for platform next. Next field, W days for weekdays. Next column, field name, start time. Next column, ticket, and last column, commission date. Up arrow to the second column, right arrow to column number, train number starting in column 11, engineer starting column 18, platform starting column 35, weekdays starting column 43. We'll indent it by a couple of columns. Start time starting in column 49, ticket starting in column number 56, and commission date starting in column number 64. Press up arrow to move cursor to start time column. Take an F4 prompt. Tab over to the data type column specification. Key in a Y to allow only numeric input. Tab over to functions column. Key in a space and the keyword edit word within bracket, within quote, 0 suppression, space, colon, space, close quote, end bracket. Hit enter. Again for the ticket column, come down to the data type column input, key in a Y. This is also numeric only field. Move cursor to functions column, key in a space, key in edit word within bracket, start quote, 0 suppression, 2 spaces, dot, 2 spaces, close quote, close bracket. Hit enter. Next up, column commission date is a date column. Come down to functions, key in a space, and the keyword date format within bracket star USA for month, date, year, 4-digit year, and hit enter. F12 to release the F4 prompt. Press F5 to clear the column specification ruler, and we are done. Press page up and review the code. Look at each record format. Move cursor to record format center inquiry. Press page up. Move cursor to record format SFL tran. The subfile record format. Press page up. Move cursor to subfile control record format and press page up. Press page down. Move cursor to the RRN line. Press page down and one more page down to review the footer record format. Everything looks good. Key in F3 to exit SEU. Against change create member, press Y and hit enter. Note the message in the bottom. PDM says that you have created a source code member called trainQ1 in the source physical file QDDS-SRC in your project library. Having created the logical file to access train information city-wise, let's create a display file with a subfile for inquiring on the train's information. To keep me motivated to produce more of such high-quality free content, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button below, leave a comment or two, and share this video with your colleagues, friends, and other IBMi enthusiasts. Hit the bell icon below to actively follow along with the rest of our series.